So we decided a few weeks ago, or actually probably 6 weeks ago now, that we were going to put on a cocktail event. It's been a long time since we were able to stand up in public in front of a lot of our guests, and I wanted to thank my team for the last few years. We've had a really tough few years post-COVID and Royal Commission, so it's lovely to see so many of you here tonight. We've also got some clients that have been with us for 30 years now, and I know a few of those clients are here tonight. So Hudson started back in '92, and we have some clients who've been with us for that long. We have some third generation families also that are here, so grandparents, children and grandchildren now that are coming through the ranks. So it's been a really big few years. The second reason was to highlight what advisors actually do. I think it's not as clear cut as it is with an accountant or a lawyer, what advisors do. And it's not just investment allocation that we take care of. It's a whole host of things. Everybody in this room could benefit from a plan. It's for clients who are just starting out, it might be defining choices and looking at a pathway, to your first house. For clients who've got a mortgage and kids, it might be looking at trade-offs, looking at different education to know that if you go on that holiday to Japan, or you buy something that you don't need, what you're trading for that. And for clients who have money and assets, it's about asset protection, and it's about minimising your tax. So there's not one person in this room who wouldn't benefit from a plan. Advisors also are at the forefront of changes in legislation. So an example of that would be the income tax cuts that are coming next year. So if you're self-employed, we might look at holding some of your income off for this financial year so that next financial year, you've got the lower tax rate. So there's a whole lot of strategies that go into planning, and it might be that you have a plan without a product, or you might have a product without a plan. You might just want to speak to somebody to find out if you're on the right path. You might just want to know if your super's performing well. So there's many facets of an advisor, and we cross over a lot with accounting and estate planning, who I'll get up soon on the couch. Before I introduce my first couch, I also want to address all the young people in the room tonight, because we've got a lot of young people here tonight. And you guys have the greatest gift of all, and that is time. You have time to invest, you have time to make mistakes, you have time to ride out volatility. And if there's one thing I can get you to take away tonight, it's that, actually an example would be, if you invested $100 a month into the share market, assume an index fund, in America, and you started that at the age of 25, by the time you were 65, you would have $1 million. Now, if you waited just 10 years and started that at 35, you would only have $350,000. So the effect of compounding is huge, and it's something that every young person in this room should be aware of. There's also a lot of tax cuts for low-income earners. So while you're at uni and you're not earning a lot of money, if you contribute $1,000 to your super, the government will put $500 in. So there's a lot of really, small tweaks that you can make when you're just starting out. But if there's one thing I can get you to take away tonight, that is make the best use of your time. Don't forget about super, $50 a month. Start up an investment account. You'll be so grateful. The other thing I want to talk about tonight with young people is saving for a house. It's very hard to get into the housing market. And later on tonight, we've got my finance team coming up, and they'll talk a little bit about some of the new innovations for clients that don't have, or especially the young people that don't have a house yet. But basically, making money is easy. You spend less than you earn, you give yourself time, and you value what you purchase. Warren Buffett, I know he's famously frugal, but he still lives in his same family home 60 years later. And Bill Gates, he doesn't fly first class because he sees no value in it. It doesn't get there any faster. It's the same plane. He doesn't value it. So value what you purchase. Okay, I tend to talk a lot. So Mel is going to keep me on track tonight. I just want to invite Matt Paul up. Where's Matty? Matt Paul. Matt Paul has been working with me at Hudson. I started at Hudson at the end of 2000. Matt's been there since 1999. He's my ambassador of Kwan, for anyone who knows the movie. Matty's been with us for so long. I think everybody in this room will have spoken to Matt at some time. And we've got some old relics, actually. Back in 92 when we started, we've got videotapes and the first class ticket book for some of our older clients here, all on the back if you want to have a trip down Relic Lane. We also used to hand out, back in the 90s, actually, Matt, I'm going to let you take this.
Oh, sure. Just about the dollar coins? Yeah. How many people remember getting a dollar coin with a, this is your first dollar, you're going to invest with it? Yeah, that's going back quite a while. So how much have you made since then? Just joking. Yes, like Juanita said, I've been with the Hudson for many, many years. When I first moved to Brisbane, I don't know if you've got a few country people here, but when you're in the country, people would drive past on the hand on the wheel and they'd put their finger up, to give a wave back. When I first got to Brisbane, I was actually doing that and people were actually waving back to me. So it was like a big country town. So it has changed over the last 24 years into a beautiful city, I might add, so which is awesome. What else can I say? Hudson's been great to me for the last... Oh, the jar. That's right, we're going to do the jar. Where is the jar? Hey, Heather.
You were supposed to bring the jar.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Doreen.
Hey, Doreen, can you get Heather to bring that jar up for me? Maybe a sec, sorry. And we're going to announce who's got the closest...
No.
Oh, you're not?
No.
What do you tell me?
Oh my God. Okay, Matt was supposed to say we're paying homage to the past. We've got a jar of $1 coins. The closest guest gets the entire jar of $1 coins. Mick's daughter's already tried to talk me into telling Mick the amount of coins that are in there. She's after that jar, Mick. There we go. If you can guess those dollar coins, this is a montage to the past.
Yeah, montage to the dollar coin.
To the dollar coin.
Yeah. So hopefully, most people got it down, I think, so
Yep.
we'll have a winner by next.
Draw it later.
Okay.
Tonight we've got Rainforest Rescue here as well. Hudson have been in a full synergy with my crew over there from Byron Bay tonight. They'll do a quick talk later. I love these guys. We give part of our profits, so everybody who invests with Hudson has some part in what we do with Rainforest Rescue. They do amazing work saving rainforests. We'll bring them up later. But they have created part of my theme for the night, and that is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So we want everyone to plant a tree with us today so that you all can sit in the shade in the future. That's my homage to Rainforest Rescue, but they will come up later.